All right. Hello again, everyone. Good to see everybody here. We're with Lara Chapman today. Excited to get started on a vocal workshop, which is going to be really fun. We haven't had one for a while, and I'm sure haven't had one like this yet. So very excited to get into it. I just want to do our little Pandion introduction for anyone new here, or anyone catching the replay who are unfamiliar with Pandion. Pandion Music Foundation is a 501c3 nonprofit, and we are one day away from a year of workshops and programs, which is very exciting. So thank you everyone who has been here with us this whole time, or who's new here, or has just started dipping their toes in. We're really excited to be able to provide these free workshops every week and have different mentors on each week, helping to share free resources with artists who are trying to learn more, who might not have the resources to pay for expensive courses. So we're just very grateful to have everybody here and all the amazing mentors who have contributed. So thank you. And we also have a lot of partnerships and events throughout the year. So we've got more in the works for the coming year, which we're so excited about. And we also just started our Pandion Unplugged program, which is a wellness live stream. So if you haven't heard of that yet, you can check it out on all of our socials. And that's every Tuesday at 9 a.m. Pacific time. And you can also see the replays on our social media pages. Yeah, so we'll get started with Lara. Very excited to have you here again. For those of you who don't know Lara, she's an award-winning singer-songwriter turned viral vocal coach and founder of Vox Tape Studios, which is a vocal coaching company led by all women, which is very cool. And her vocal coaching methods develop well-rounded artists by helping singers work on both vocal techniques and artistry. So thank you again for joining. And you're based in Indianapolis, you said?
Yes, I am.
Cool. Very cool. If you want to give a little more detail on your background and what got you here, what led you here, and what you're working on right now, that'd be great. I know you've got a new course coming up, so you can talk about that too if you'd like.
Absolutely. Well, first of all, thank you for having me. I'm really excited to be here. And hi, everyone. It's nice to meet you all. I don't think I know any of you just yet, but hello, hello, hello. I'm really excited to be here. And yeah, like Jordan said, my name is Lara Chapman. I'm a vocal coach. I used to make my own music. I, did the whole shebang, like what all the artists do. I recorded my own music. I released it. I went on tour. I had my songs play on radio stations. I did interviews on radio stations and TVs and like TV shows and magazines and all that stuff that is expected these days of artists and social media, all that jazz. And as I was doing it, I realized that I kind of loved coaching more than trying to pursue a career myself. I feel like I work really well when I can help other people rather than when I am just kind of helping myself, right? Like obviously we write songs because we don't want other people to feel lonely, and we want them, to feel like someone else is having the same problems. So it's not just for yourself, like being an artist, but for me, it felt a pretty lonely thing to do. And I really loved teaching voice lessons. And when COVID hit, I had to cancel a tour that I put together. And I was like, okay, this is it. This is the universe telling me it is time to switch gears and concentrate all of my time and energy towards vocal coaching. And so, before I was just teaching out of my home here in Indianapolis. I was teaching voice lessons under Lara Chapman Music because I was so creative. It definitely was an afterthought, right? But then I was like, okay, you know what? Let me actually like figure this out. If I want to go coaching full time, I need to come up with a business and a business plan and do all that stuff. So that's how Vox Tape Studios became a thing. And we have moved completely online. I don't know why Zoom is doing this. Yesterday, the same thing happened. I need to figure out what
Wow.
setting that is, but we have yesterday I had fireworks and balloons, and I'm like, awesome. Let's
fun. That's great.
Um,
Let it happen.
Anyways, what I was saying is we moved completely online, right? So we have students from all over the world, which is absolutely amazing. And I have coaches teaching at Box Tape Studios, all women, like Jordan said, and they are all over the United States as well. Like I said, I personally am in Indianapolis. We have coaches in LA, in Nashville, in New York, and all over the place. But everything we do is online through Zoom, like this. And we have online courses and memberships like that as well for something a little bit more self-guided if you don't want to do one-on-one coaching. But that's basically a little bit about my background. I'm originally Swiss. I've been living in the United States for 9 years now. September, it's been 9 years. I'm married to a wonderful man. He's an engineer. He cannot sing to save his life. Okay. Like he's the worst. He's terrible at singing, but also he has no desire to learn. So I'm not going to be like, push my passion on him. I'm not going to do that. But we have three wonderful cats. They're Sphinx cats. They're naked. They have no fur. They're adorable, so snuggly. Oh, I love them so much. But we're not here to talk about my cats. We're here to talk about singing. So with that, shall we get into a little bit more of the singing stuff? Yes, let's do it. Alrighty, so I am here today to talk to you more about releasing tension in singing. There's many different topics that I could have talked about, but I truly believe all good singing starts with a tension-free sound. So if you are struggling with tension, or you're not sure if you're struggling with tension, maybe let's start a little bit with the symptoms that you might be experiencing that are a pretty good indicator that's like, ooh, there's some tension going on, right? So some of these symptoms are you're getting tired quickly when you sing. For example, you're singing 2 to 3 songs and you're already starting to feel tired in your voice, or you're losing your voice pretty quickly. We don't want that. Okay, that's tension. Maybe you feel like you can't really control your volume. You're either really loud and you feel like you're yelling, or you switch into a really weak head voice type of situation. Okay, mixed voice is a struggle, right? That like that smooth, seamless transition is a little bit of a struggle. That's usually a good indicator for tension as well. That cracking, right? If you can't make the smooth transition happen, you feel like you're yelling or screaming instead of belting. You have a limited range, both in your belt and in your high notes, and sometimes even your low notes as well. And your voice is not very agile, like riffing, like little stuff like that is difficult for you to do. That is also a good indicator for tension. And no vibrato, or no consistent vibrato, like that's vibrato, right? That shake in the voice, that's vibrato. If you're struggling to get that sound, or it's not consistent, that is also a pretty good indicator for tension. And just feeling like your voice is not consistent, right? You're struggling with consistency and you can't really control it very well. It's almost like your voice is controlling you, rather you are controlling your voice. All right, so those are some symptoms of tension. We all have the same voice, okay? The way the voice is built is the same for everyone, but we all use the voice in different ways depending on, how we grew up, our language, or like how we communicate. All these different things change the way we use the voice. So we all experience tension in different ways. But the good news is we all have the same instruments. So if one person can release tension, that means everyone can release tension. You just need to figure out how to release your tension. So what we need to figure out is, where is your tension coming from? And how can you personally release that tension? All right. And that's why singing is one of the most difficult instruments to learn off of YouTube videos, because every voice is the same, but we all use them differently, right? Like with a guitar or with a piano, you watch someone play and you can repeat what they do. But with singing, it's a little bit different. And that's why it's one of the most difficult instruments to learn out there. But it is doable. And that's what we're going to do today. So today I want to talk about the three major areas where people hold tension and start to relax those muscles that have not nothing to do with singing, that are related to singing, but they should be as relaxed as possible because they don't have um any any work, any part in actually creating the sound, right? So in case you don't know how your voice actually works, you have two vocal folds inside of your larynx right here. Your larynx is your voice box, Adam's apple, all of that stuff right here. That's your larynx. Okay, if you put your hand right here and you swallow, you'll feel your larynx go up. And if you yawn, you feel your larynx go down. It's important to understand that the larynx moves, okay? Your vocal folds, they're shaped like a V. They vibrate against each other, and that's how we make sound. They are inside of your larynx, like this, horizontally, not vertically, okay? The higher the higher the notes are we sing, the more stretched out, the longer and thinner the vocal folds are. And the lower the notes are that we sing, the shorter and thicker the vocal folds are as well. Okay, so that's how we make sound. The vocal folds vibrate against each other, and that's how sound comes out. At the end of the day, singing is all about just balancing breath and muscle, right? You need to exhale, you need to breathe out as you are singing, otherwise there is no sound coming out, right? It's just my vocal folds are pinching, but there's no sound coming out because I'm not exhaling. And I can also just breathe and keep my vocal folds open, and there's no sound, right? So all we need to do is figure out how to balance the breath and the muscles to get that kind of sound versus or a really squeezed sound. Those are very extreme sounds, by the way. We don't usually sing like that, but it kind of goes into these directions. And usually tension is more that kind of sound, a more squeezed sound. Okay. All right. Let's look at the three areas that I was talking about. We have the jaw, the tongue, and the neck. Those are the three major areas. There's more than that, but unfortunately, we only have an hour today, and I can't cover everything in that hour. So let's walk through those three areas. I want to do some exercises and some stretches with you that you can do to help you relax in these areas, to hopefully already feel a difference in your singing and release some of this tension. We're going to start with the jaw. I personally have a lot of jaw tension. Like, I went to the dentist recently and they were like, girl, you are clenching your teeth at night. You need a mouth guard. So I actually had to get a mouth guard because I have so much tension in my jaw. So what I want to do is a little jaw massage and then apply that massage in our singing while we make some sound as well. So take your fists right here, this part of your fists, push that between your cheekbone up here and your jawbone down here, as close to your ears as you can. Okay, not up here, not down here, in the middle, not in the front, but rather as close to your ears as you can on both sides, like there. Now, if you drop your jaw, you should feel your hands getting pushed away from your face. You feel that? And you see how my hands are moving? Right? That muscle right here is called the masseter muscle, and it's the strongest muscle in your body. It's just a fancy word for your jaw muscle. Okay, you need to relax that muscle right here. Oh, I already feel it. Just me pushing in here. I'm like, this hurts. If this hurts, this is normal. Okay, it should feel like almost like you're getting a massage, right? You know how like a massage hurts but feels good at the same time? It's the same thing here. If you're pushing in and it hurts, but it also like it kind of feels good too, that's good. That's what we want to feel. If you don't feel anything and you're like, I don't feel anything, like there's no tension here, great. That means you have no jaw tension. And I hate you a little bit, but I love you. Anyways, so let's push in here and we're going to do some circling motions. Now, please make sure you're using your fists like this, or at least like a bigger surface like this right here for this massage, and not just your finger like this. Okay, I don't want you to accidentally get into little holes and underneath muscles and things like that that you're not supposed to. Use bigger surfaces like this. Okay, and dig in, really dig in and start massaging. Yes, and I see you like right here. Just start massaging a little bit and open your mouth to whatever feels comfortable right here. It doesn't need to be like super open and also maybe not completely closed like this, but just drop it as much as feels comfortable and good for you right here. Who feels this? I feel this so bad. It hurts so bad, but feels good at the same time, right? Awesome. Great. All right, let's relax this a little bit. And let's just see, okay, how's our jaw feeling now? I can already feel how, if I'm not controlling my jaw at all, it wants to be more open naturally, like this. Before, it was maybe something like this. Now, it's more open for me, right? That means, yeah, girl, there's tension there and we need to release it. So if you are feeling like, your mouth naturally wants to drop more, like your jaw wants to drop more, great, we love that. Now let's add some size to this. Let's add some sound to this. So again, just push in here. It's up to you if you want to keep that circling motion going or if you just want to push in. I'm just going to stick to pushing in rather than massaging, but it's up to you, whatever feels best for you. Push in, drop your jaw, and just go. Doesn't need to sound pretty, okay? You're just releasing. Don't overthink it. By the way, if at any point you have any questions, just pop them in the chat, okay? Okay, one more time. Very nice. Let's now control this a little bit more and let's see if we can make this a little bit less breathy and a little bit more like we're singing, right? But still relaxing the jaw. Hear the difference in my tone? It is a little bit more controlled. It's a little bit more connected. Connected just means it's not breathy, right? Is breathy. Is connected. You are so very welcome, Lee. Thanks for being here. And massage or just push in here. Just explore some high notes, explore some low notes. Again, it doesn't necessarily need to sound pretty, but let's try and make it a connected sound. Down here too. I feel most comfortable low. I'm an alto. I like to sing low. All right, now I'm gonna do a scale. Keep your hands right here. I'm gonna have to use one hand to play a scale on my piano, but keep your hands, both of your hands right here on your jaw. We're gonna go see how I'm sliding and scooping between the two? And not really try and slide as much as you can. It is very possible that this is difficult. It's also very possible that this is easy. It just depends on the singer. If it's difficult, don't worry. If you crack, don't worry. All I want you to focus on right now is this. Relaxing the jaw. All right, let's try it together. Also, you don't need to be loud. Don't get louder as you go higher. Two more. One more. Okay. How'd that feel? What did you guys feel? If you want to type it in the chat, let me know. How did this go? Was there cracking? Was it okay? Did it feel okay? While you type this in the chat, I'm gonna go pull up a video that I want to show you guys. Should have pulled this up before, but I know it's right here. Okay, perfect. Oops. Felt more relaxed, like a morning stretch. Good, 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 good. Perfect. Love to hear it. That's exactly how we want to feel. Now, let me just cracked a little bit at the beginning, but then opened up more relaxed. Great, Gail. I love that. My voice starts to sound more operatic this way. Interesting. So that means you are creating more space in the back of your mouth, right? And your larynx is dropped low. Versus your placement changed a little bit, which is totally fine, right? We are just making observations here, but really good. This is gonna take some time. Yes, everything in singing takes practice and time, but it's gonna get easier, I promise. All right, I wanna share a quick little video here with you guys of Apollo. This is someone I was working with a couple weeks ago, and we worked a little bit on releasing jaw tension.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So we need to open you up a little bit more to go more like yeah and not yeah. I felt like you were approaching the note from below rather than sitting on top of the note. Imagine you're biting an apple. Okay, before we dig into that, can you guys hear the difference between yeah and yeah? Yes. Yes. Okay, great. That's what I mean by approaching the note from below rather than sitting on top of the note, right? We want to sit on top of the note.
Yeah.
I don't want that, yeah, to just be the only fix, because if we spread too much, then we run the chances of just over pushing, right? And then you're pushing to get to these notes. You're on top of the note, but you're pushing to get to the note. And I don't want that.
Yeah.
Can you drop your mouth slightly more?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Did you see the change in his in the mouth shape? How he went from kind of like yeah, is quite wide to yeah, a little bit more long, right? That completely changed his tone. His tone was much more clear that way. Yeah, just now you were going a little bit too wide. Yeah, yeah. Do you hear how it also makes your tone clearer?
Yes, it definitely. I feel like that's what I noticed the most when I was like, "Whoa!" Like it almost like I could hear the sound of like there being more space. Like it's like,
Yes.
oh my, there's nothing impeding it, and it just came out like a full sound.
Yeah, those are my favorite more moments too, Jordan, when it's like, it clicked. It's the best. It's the best when that happens. But did you guys hear a difference or see a difference the way he approached that note? Right? It's not like it sounded bad before, but it's really what just elevates someone singing. It's what makes them set themselves apart from an amateur singer, right? So, and also it feels much easier, right? Like we were working on this a little bit more after, and some other songs as well, and he just kept saying how it feels so much easier to sing now. Apollo is a rapper. Like he does not sing very much. He mostly just raps, but it's like, oh my gosh, I can actually sing. Wait, what? I'm like, yes, you can. Yes, you can. Alrighty, so that's the jaw right here. One more thing that you can do instead of holding here is, oh, I hope you can see this. So I put my elbows here on my desk. Actually, this is my piano, but you can put them on your desk. And then all you do is you kind of like put your jaw in your hands. This looks great. I'm sorry, this is a great angle. I was like, You open your mouth, and then you're letting gravity push your jaw back. The first time I did this, I had an insane, like really, just the worst, like sting, kind of like pain in my ear because I have so much jaw tension. Right? If you feel nothing, great. If you do, that's normal. Okay, so that's just another thing you can do instead of massaging here. I prefer the massage because I can control it a little bit better. This hurts almost too much for me because I have so much jaw tension, but it's up to you. Okay, do you have questions about the jaw? Is this making sense? Making sense. Perfect. Awesome. Let's move on to the tongue. Now, here's the thing. Your jaw and your tongue are best friends. If you have tension in one, there's a really good chance that you also have tension in the other. So we're going to walk through releasing tongue tension first, and then I'm going to give you an exercise to separate the jaw from the tongue so that you don't have to have tension in both. Okay? Do you guys have either like a little skewer or a little straw or a little pen, a little something that you can put underneath your tongue like this? I'm going to use that. And a little paper towel. We're not going to use a huge piece like this. We're only going to use about, I don't know, this much. I have small hands, but small little piece of paper towel. Go and grab one real quick. If you can't find something to put under your tongue, that's okay too. This is just a more extreme version of the tongue stretch that we are about to do. So we're going to start with the paper towel. What we're going to do, pretend like this is my tongue, okay? We're going to put the tongue between the paper towel and we're going to grab it and pull it out with our fingers. We're going to hold on the side of the tongue, not in the middle. We want to hold the sides of the tongue with a little paper towel and pull it out. If you are feeling a stretch underneath your tongue and it's kind of painful, what you can do is basically push the bottom of your tongue in and roll the top of your tongue out. So you're basically doing this motion with your tongue if the stretch underneath your tongue is too much, okay? Let me show you. You don't just want to like pull the whole tongue down, okay? Out and roll, not down. All right. Okay, makes sense? Now, don't do the whole movement all the time. I'm just showing you what the movement looks like. Just keep it there and stay in that stretch. Great. You guys are already relaxing your lips, which is awesome. Make sure your lips are relaxed, your jaw is relaxed, and you're just pulling out your tongue. If you're feeling a stretch, awesome. That's what we want to do here. We are really stretching out the whole tongue. Your tongue goes all the way down here to your larynx. It's connected to your larynx. And if we have a lot of tongue tension, that's usually in the root of the tongue down here, not the part that we see. And that locks the larynx into place. You know how I said earlier how the larynx moves up and down? If we have a lot of a lot of tongue tension, it kind of locks the larynx into place and it can't move very freely. Okay? All right, we're gonna hold the stretch and then we're gonna move it to both sides as well. That. The other side. Uh, all right, you can relax that for a little bit there. You feel a stretch? I feel a stretch for sure. Oh Lord, today is a tension day for me apparently. And that's here's the thing with tension. Because your instrument is your body, everything you do influences your voice and tension. If you didn't get enough sleep, if the weather is changing, that's why I'm feeling it right now. I woke up with the most dry throat in the entire world because my heating system kicked in last night because it got so cold. That affects your voice, how much sleep you got, how stressed you are, if you're getting sick, all of those things affect your voice. So with releasing tension, it's unfortunately not like riding a bike, like learn how to do it once and you're good forever. It is something you have to continue working on over and over and over again. Okay. Could that tension cause you to sing sharp? Singing sharp usually means over pushing from the core and like down here. You're pushing out too much air. So that's usually what offers or what causes singing sharp. Okay. Anyways, let's add some phonation to this. Hold out your tongue like this. Huh? If you don't want to use the paper towel, you can do a gentle tongue bite. You're sticking out your tongue and you're gently biting on it. Just know when you do this, all of your sound will come out of your nose. And if you're doing while holding your tongue, the sound will come out of your mouth. Okay, but both relax your tongue. Let's do that same scale again. Keep doing this. No need to be loud. All right, wonderful. Thank you, Jordan, for answering that question. You answered it perfectly. What did you feel in the tongue? Did you feel any movement? Was it completely still? What did you feel? Preferably, we would like to not feel anything. We would like for the tongue to be completely still, no twitching, no moving, no retraction. Retraction means like your tongue is trying to pull back into your mouth. That means there's still a little bit of tension here in the root of your tongue. You're feeling a little bit of that twitching. Yeah. So keep doing this, right? The more you do it, the more you do this, the more relaxed your tongue will get. Okay. Now, like I said, another way to relax some tongue tension is using a little skewer underneath your tongue. I'm basically putting my tongue like words are not happening right now. The tip of the tongue is behind my bottom teeth. Okay. And the skewer is in the middle. If you have a bigger object and it's not skinny like this one, it is much more difficult to do this. Okay. So the skinnier the object, the easier this is. All right, let's try it right here. Relax your lips, relax your jaw, relax your tongue. Really good. It did not fall out of anyone's mouth. Congratulations. That's very good. Usually, depending on what we sing, this can like lead to something like this. And it falls out because your tongue is trying to retract. Okay. But you guys didn't do that. That one hurts my jaw a little. Gail, I know how you feel. My issue with this exercise is also my jaw because it's so open. Because you have to create all this space for your tongue. That just means your jaw is stretching. So in addition to this, massaging the jaw here, doing this will also relax your jaw. It just doesn't feel super pleasant at first. My tongue really wanted to move and let go of it. Yes, that is the tongue tension. Okay, great. I have another little video for you. A tongue tension example. And where did you guys go? Here. And how we worked on it to release it a little bit. Share sound. Bueno. Awesome. One kiss, one little sigh. That's all you gave me when you said goodbye. But someday, baby, someday, darling, you're gonna miss me.
So you have a little bit of this sound going on right here when you sing.
You know who Shakira is?
Yes. I do.
Whenever we're meant to be together.
Okay, that's how Shakira sings. It's very lot of tongue tension. You have some of those tendencies. Because of that, it's a little bit tricky for you to sustain some of these higher notes without going flat.
Very true. How do we fix that?
So what we're gonna do is we're gonna stick out the tongue, put the skewer underneath, and then loop the tip of the tongue back in and tuck it behind the bottom teeth. Tuck it.
Okay.
That's the word I was looking for.
Uh-huh.
Stay there. I'm gonna do some explaining. Okay.
Uh-huh.
Relax your lips. There you go. Relax your jaw. And obviously your tongue as well. Yeah. See how your tongue is moving quite a bit?
Yeah.
Really fighting you. It wants to pull back into your mouth. So let's do it together. Relax the tongue, obviously. Keep it out. Keep it as still as possible. Relax the jaw. Can you open your mouth just a little bit more? I don't want you to relax the tongue by biting on it. And relax the lips. Beautiful. And just breathe. Great. Now we're going to add some sighs to that, like this. Just like we did with the thing, right? We're going to do a cappella, no need to sing with the music, with that skewer.
Oh, that's hard. What the heck? How do you keep it
Yeah.
there?
That is just showing me where you're tensing up more. Whenever you drop it, that's when you're tensing up.
That felt heaps
Okay.
perfect. My voice feels a lot more fluid. Like there was no tension anywhere. It was just like, lovely. There's tension.
Yeah. See, you're feeling it and you're hearing it. That's amazing. It's all about awareness, right? Once we are aware of what it is we're doing, we can actually make changes. If we have no clue what it is we're doing, we can't change anything. One kiss, one little sigh. That's all you gave me when you said goodbye. But someday, baby, someday, darling, you're gonna miss me. Okay.
Whoa, that felt so much better. What the heck? That felt amazing. That's the easiest I've ever sung that song.
My husband just came downstairs to grab something real quick, and he just looked at me and was like,
Well, I heard A and B. I'm like, wait, that was awesome.
that's the dude who can't sing, okay? But he can hear the difference in people's voices. He was like, I heard A and B. And I was like, wait, this is so different. This is awesome. So that Shakira, that someday, baby, that is huge tongue tension indicator, right? So if you have a little bit of that going on, that's tongue tension. Now she made a lot of progress, but there's still some more we have to do. Her tongue was still moving quite a bit. You could probably see it. We want to relax that tongue as much as possible so it's not moving, but already made a huge difference. And for me, the biggest thing is for her, it felt easier, right? Like if singing feels good, you're much more likely to sound good as well. And if singing doesn't feel good, you're not going to sound as good as you could. Okay. So instead of always paying attention to what you sound like, it might be good to check in with yourself and feel like, what did that feel like instead? Okay. That is tongue tension. Do we have any questions about tongue? What to do to relax it, right? Like here we saw, you can do it on that scale here, that, or you can do it straight in the song. Just make sure you're relaxing the tongue as much as possible. Again, with the skewer, it's quite an advanced thing to do because it really lifts your tongue in the back. back there as well, okay? So if that is a little bit difficult for right now, do the tongue stretch with the little paper towel, and you can do the same thing here. You want the tongue to be as not moving as possible, okay? Wonderful. Last but not least, let's look at the neck. All right, neck muscles right here is something that we absolutely don't need to sing. Oh wait, no, I forgot the jaw and tongue separation exercise before we do that. Hold on. It's really quick, just a little kana 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 kana. The jaw stays still. Kana 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 kana, and the tongue on the inside moves. It's kana kana kana. Jaw is still, tongue is moving. Kana 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 kana. 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 One more. Kana 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 kana. Okay, you can do this throughout your whole range. But again, the important thing here is to keep the jaw still and only the tongue is moving. That helps us to separate the jaw and the tongue. Remember how I said they're best friends, and if you have tension in one, you probably have tension in the other two? That will help us to separate the two. So it's just kana, 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 jaw still. Okay? Awesome. Now, the neck. These muscles right here, they tend to engage when we inhale, especially when we have really quick little breaths. Like, see that? I don't know if you can see that movement, but like they kind of like go, they want to move out a little bit. If you see like these neck muscles really stick out, or you see veins pop out when you sing, or you see that in someone else, that is just a lot of pressure. Way, 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 way too much pressure, okay? You're just blasting that sound out, and we definitely don't need to work that hard. So take your hands, push your neck muscles here on the side, okay? They kind of go diagonally. You can try to figure out an angle where you can see. It's a little bit difficult to see because I'm very pale right now. But it's that muscle right here going like from the back of your ear to your, what's it called? Collarbone right here, right there. It's like a little diagonal on both sides. Push those muscles on both sides in and down. Not in the middle of your throat. Okay, that's where your larynx is. Don't do any pushing there. Just right there. Maybe not too far up and not too far down here, somewhere in the middle of your neck, right there. And inhale like on a quick, like catch breath. So they're just really fast little breaths. What do you feel? Do you feel any movement here? Good. Good, good, good. That's what you should feel. The neck muscles have nothing to do with singing. If you are struggling with getting in enough breath quickly, very possible that your neck muscles are engaging a little bit too much. Okay? Let's do some sighs here while holding down these muscles. Just bring awareness to what you're feeling here, okay? Same thing with this. You can do this on scales, you can do this on sighs, you can do this directly in songs, just like with the jaw and the tongue that we did before. It's kind of the same thing for all of these areas of tension, but just kind of holding them down here is really, really great. When I open my jaw, the neck muscles move a lot. Is that normal? So if you drop your jaw a lot, like I don't feel any movement till here. And then for that last little extra thing, I feel how my neck almost gets a little bit wider because your jaw, okay, this is crazy, but whenever you open your mouth more than 2 inches, your jaw literally dislocates. It's meant to do that, but it's really weird to think about that. Here, it's fine. But then right there, it dislocates and it moves back because your muscles, your neck muscles are attached right back here. it is possible that you're feeling a little bit of movement. I'm feeling that too, but only once I get to that dislocation part of the opening of the mouth. Other than that, you probably shouldn't feel much here. Okay. Another thing you can do to relax your neck muscles is adding movement through a pendulum swing, for example, with your head. So something like this. Someday, baby, someday, darling, you're gonna miss me. Whenever you are constantly moving your muscles, right? They're stretching and relaxing and stretching and relaxing. They cannot tense up on you. So moving like this can really be helpful to relax your neck muscles as well. Movement in general is really, really, really good for your body. So I highly recommend that you start swinging your arms, that you start pretty much like doing anything you want. You can move back and forth. You can do anything that feels good to you. And that'll help to release tension in your body in general. I have one last little video that I want to show you, at least the first half of this, because the second half is about something else. The first half is about the neck muscles, right?
Try to lock me in this cage. I won't just let it out. Yeah, that's the place. That's the place.
Okay. All right, we're gonna do an exercise to help you get up there. We're gonna do a CC. Can you keep it a little bit more bouncy? Neck muscles.
Yeah, right.
Not bad. Do me a favor, take your hands and hold down your neck muscles right here. Yeah, so make sure you're not pushing on your larynx here, but just a little bit on the side. Yeah.
Wow,
Okay.
that's much more better.
Right, like here, let me show you the before one more time real quick, but she was much more on top of the note. Keep it narrow and focused. Try and relax those shoulders. Yeah, that was amazing. Very good. Not bad. Do me a favor. See how there she was like working really hard to get that to come out rather than just do you hear the difference between the two? Maybe a little bit difficult to hear. One is just easier. It's less effort to do it. And you know, she was kind of like doing that like the head movement. Let me stop the share screen here real quick. That right? Like she was jerking her head forward every time she was hitting that top note again and again and again. So by holding your neck muscles here, or by doing a pendulum swing, we just decided to go with the holding of the neck muscles. You're not doing this anymore, right? One more time. Right? I'm holding my neck muscles so my head doesn't do this. Okay? So that is pretty much it. It's your jaw, your tongue, and your neck. Those are the biggest muscles that we use in singing that we don't have to use. Now, of course, your jaw is going to move depending on what notes you sing. Your tongue is going to move because it needs to help you form words. But there is a difference between movement and tensing up, okay? Do you guys have any questions about any of the things that we talked about or about anything else really? We have about 5 more minutes or so before I need to let you go.
This was so great. Thank you. I just want to say, pop in
Yeah,
and say
you're
that.
so very welcome.
I had, what was that? Sorry? I think it just cut out for a second.
I'm very passionate about releasing tension because I personally went
Yeah.
through a lot of tension, and at one point I developed vocal pre-nodules as well, so I
had the
completely
same
lost my
thing.
voice.
I was just gonna say, this is like so helpful. This kind of, that was like, all this was exactly the stuff that I should have been doing before, because I had the same thing, pre-nodules, and I was like, oh my gosh, I never had any of this training or education around this, and if I had known about that, it would have helped so much.
I'm exactly in the same, or used to be in exactly the same shoes, right? Like I have been singing for like a really, really, really long time. I took private voice lessons for like 12 years and I still ended up with a vocal injury just because releasing tension was not high enough on my priority list, unfortunately. Right? I was like, I wanted to get to notes no matter what it took, right? So I was screaming instead of belting, and I had no control over my volume, all of these things, but I was like, well, I'm hitting the note, so who cares? Don't do
Yeah.
that. Injury. I don't want to scare you, but it's definitely not a sustainable way of singing. So yeah, that's why I'm really, really passionate about this. And that's also why I created the Effortless Singer course. Right. And so this is a brand new course that we are releasing on Friday. Oh my gosh, things are coming up. But yeah, it's all about releasing tension. So this part that we looked at today is just 3 lessons in that entire course out of I don't even know how many, probably 50. There's so much more to releasing tension, helping you smooth out those vocal cracks, increasing your range, letting that vibrato come through, not get tired when you sing so quickly, feel like you can control your voice and your volume, all of these things. There's so much more to it than just the jaw, the tongue, and the neck, but that's a really great place to start. So if you do want to take it further with releasing tension, I believe we are sending out an email on Friday about the course, something like that, because I actually don't even have the link yet. And believe it or not, I am so prepared. Oh, look at me. I am so prepared. I am currently in the midst of hosting a free boot camp all around releasing tension. It's called the Effortless Singer Boot Camp. And the course is the Effortless Singer course. And I've had my hands full with hosting this boot camp that I have not yet had the time to actually create a page where you can go and sign up for the course. But you'll get an email about that on Friday, and I'd love to see some faces there. Inside of this course, you'll actually also get the chance to send me and my team videos of yourself singing so that we can give you feedback on your specific voice too. That's just one little way to get some direct feedback from us without having to do one-on-one vocal coaching, which is where it can get pretty expensive pretty quickly, right?
Amazing. We'll give that link in the creators circle on Friday. So if anyone wants to follow up about that, be sure to check there. I'll put a link just in case. I feel like some people maybe haven't
And also, if
joined yet.
you can I share another link like for the boot camp? Am I allowed
Yeah.
to?
Oh yeah, of course. Whatever you want to
So
share
let me
is
just
welcome.
pop in the link here to my boot camp. We already started. We're currently on day 5 out of 7. If you want to sign up for the boot camp, you get access to everything that I have already covered in the boot camp and access to all the things that I'm covering over the next 2 days as well. So if you are interested in learning more about this, yesterday's boot camp was so great. Yay. Thank you, Caroline. There you are. Hello. So yeah, if you want to join the boot camp, please come and join us there. You'll get more information about the course there as well. And yeah, you just get added to my little circle if you want to learn more about what I'm up to and how I can help you.
Awesome. Great. That's so exciting that you're doing that. Must be exciting
Yeah,
time
it's a lot
to
of fun. It's a lot of work. It is so much work that I thought it was.
Yeah, I bet. It sounds like it would be.
But it's a lot of fun. I'm really having a good time, and I've gotten some great feedback from singers. They're like, "Oh my gosh, there's
Oh,
hope
that's
for
great.
you." So
Yeah,
yeah,
I love like those videos you share with people, like just when it clicks like that. I just love that. And it's so apparent in the videos too, that people are just, it's like such a relief when you feel like, oh, I can actually do this. And it's not out of your capacity, you know? So
absolutely.
it's cool. I love that. Awesome. We just wanted to remind people also that we're taking those testimonials. So please, if you've come to workshops before, if you're at this one right now, obviously, then you can send us an email to our hello@pandionmusicfoundation.org email address, and just let us know how you like them, what you want to see from us in the future would be great to hear as well. So we make sure that we keep providing what you need in these workshops. And then also we have an event tomorrow that we're partnering with 2Indie, again, one of our favorites. It's called 2Indie and Moms, or 2Indie is partnering with Moms in Music as their event. And you can find more information on our social media as well as 2Indie social media And it's going to be a virtual event and free for everybody. So that's an exciting thing. And if you're a mom in music, you might like it. So check it out. Oh, and yeah, Nahi just sent a link in the chat there. So yes, thank you everyone. Again, thank you, Lara, so much. That was so amazing and so helpful. I know so many people, it feels like very out of reach, vocal, just learning your own voice. So I think that this is just such a wonderful thing to be able to share.
No, absolutely. It was so much fun. And again, this is something I'm incredibly passionate about because I know the consequences of not doing this kind of stuff. So I am more than happy to help out wherever I can. And just thank you for having me in the first place. It's been a lot of fun.
Oh yeah, of course. Thank you. Love to have you again.
Thank
There's so
you.
much to
Yeah.
learn here too. So definitely
Yes,
again.
thank you, Laura. Thank you everyone for showing up and just participating. We're so grateful. Thank you, Laura, again. And we'll see you all next Wednesday. And don't forget, on Tuesday, we have the live stream, a wellness live stream that starts at 9:00 a.m. Pacific time. And they are just so helpful and beautiful. All you have to do is click on Instagram or Facebook, Pandion Music Foundation Live on Facebook, or both the group and the page on Facebook now and on Instagram. Thank you so much, everybody.
Thank you. Have a wonderful day.
Thank you, Laura.
Thank
Thank you.
you.
Bye-bye.